Well, there are several promising areas. When I think back to when I first began studying this illness in the 1980s and think about what technologies are available today compared with back then, it's breathtaking. We can do so many more things today to figure out the underlying biology of this illness. And Columbia and the talent here and in our collaborators around the country, really, they're using the state-of-the-art research techniques. The hot areas, it seems to me, are the following. It appears that a core problem in people who don't have enough energy is that their cells are not able to make enough energy. Now, when someone first proposed that to me in the 1990s, I thought that was too simplistic. But I was wrong. I think there's now lots of evidence that people with this illness have a problem, their cells have a problem making energy. We can study that now in a way that we could only dream of 20 years ago, and that's our group and many others are studying energy metabolism, and that's one hot area. Another hot area is that we've known for 35 years that in people with this illness, it looks like their immune system is chronically turned on, activated, as if it's fighting a war against something. The techniques we had 35 years ago to study the immune system compared with today were pretty rudimentary. But today we can study this very complicated thing, the immune system, which is like an army with all sorts of different regiments and different signals that tell the regiments what to do. And we now can really study that complex beast that we call the immune system in a way that you could only dream of 20, 30 years ago. So that's another hot area. What part of the immune system is turned on? In particular, in my opinion, the symptoms of this illness are likely caused by an activation of the immune system in the brain. The brain has its own immune system, and when that immune system is activated, even to a moderate degree, I believe it is the cause of the symptoms of this illness. And now, for the first time, we're able to study the immune system inside this black box, which had been invisible to us 20 years ago. So that's another very important area. A third really important area is what we call epigenetics. For 30, 40 years, since we first knew how genes were built and first knew that people who inherited a gene that was built abnormally got a disease as a result of that, we focused on how genes are built. But in the last 20 years, we've discovered that a lot of diseases are not caused by genes that are built abnormally. The genes are built fine. What's wrong is the gene is not turned on when it should be, or is not turned off when it should be. And the control of whether a gene is turned on or off is a very complicated thing that we finally are beginning to understand and be able to study. And so this team here at Columbia will be looking for, are there abnormalities in the way genes are turned on and off that could cause the symptoms of this illness? My bet is that there are, and that knowledge could point the way towards treatment interventions down the road, just like understanding energy metabolism better in these patients could point to treatment opportunities down the road. So you do the research not just to solve the puzzle, but to find pathways to better treatments.